Hey,
Yeah.
ready? Let me tell you now. Hey, take notes. Fly
Yeah.
Plumbing, Ride Shack. We're gonna show you how. So take notes before we hit you with so much information. You get a heart attack. Hey, you better listen real close. Get your notepad out. You better take notes. Hey,
Oh.
take notes. Yeah.
Dude, that's not bad.
Okay, all right.
That was a
could be
good
your intro.
That was a really good fucking intro.
That was way better than the fucking song we have now. And on that note,
Roll the intro.
bang. All right.
All right. So
I will say this one: to come in and feel comfortable to spit bars, we're dealing with an alpha.
yes, I agree. I think that's hard.
I would have been
thanks,
nervous as shit, man.
I'm normally not called an alpha, but I appreciate
We're
that.
gonna look up. He's gonna have like a freestyle rap career on the side we just don't know about.
Right.
He's like, yeah, I do that every now and then.
So I was introduced to you by Brandon. Obviously, I've
Sure.
known Brandon for a long time, and he's like, "Yeah, I know an entrepreneur that just started his own car dealership, right?" So I was like, "I like cars. Let's bring him on," and here we are. So
That's how this works.
yeah,
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. So what can I tell you about, my
everything.
company,
I
about-
want to know when you started.
Yeah.
How'd you get
so-
the idea? Is my first question.
Sure,
Always.
sure. So it wasn't like just, hey, I want to start a car dealership. Now, how do I do it? I'm going to go Google it. Because, that's the problem with people, this generation. Everyone thinks they could just Google something and then all the answers are going to fly to you.
You're
But,
telling me that's not how it works?
well, maybe for some people.
That's how I
But
started my
That's
business.
why I don't know my
Just
own
kidding, I'm
business
kidding.
yet. All right, keep going.
it's like, how do I start a plumbing company? And then, yeah. So anyway, for me, I've always loved cars. I've been passionate about them. I was in college, doing the regular college life, not really knowing the direction I was going. And then, I told my parents, what, I'm going to quit this. I'm going to stop DePaul, and I'm going to go work at a car dealership. So I worked at Star Nissan for about a year. I was selling cars there. Working hard. I was top salesperson after about 5 to 6 months.
Sure.
And then I met one of my friends. His name's Mark. Some of us know him. Brandon's friends with him as well. Also fellow Russian in the Russian community. And
I feel like I'm an outsider on this episode, by the way.
but anyway, Mark was like, hey, let's go buy a car and let's sell it. Let's see if we can make some money. So we went on Craigslist and we found this car and we flipped it, turned it around, and we made some decent money.
What car was it? Like, what was the brand?
Yeah, it was a 2010 Hyundai Genesis Coupe, 2.0 turbo. So I still remember it, like yesterday. It was only a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But, we did that, and I looked at the money, and I was like, it's nothing crazy, but it's more than I made, spending a whole week at Star Nissan,
Yeah.
selling cars, spending 60 hours a week there. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to, even though I really don't want to go back to college, I'm kind of going to finish it. I'm going to use this newfound hobby and the income it generates to spend 15 to 20 hours a week to make some money, the same I'd be making at Star Nissan, and I'll have spare time to finish my education. So I finished college then. I worked at Marcus & Millichap, which is a commercial real estate firm in Chicago here. But really, the office life, corporate life, and real estate wasn't really my calling. I love cars, super passionate about it. I was looking on the computer screen to see what cars I could buy and sell during my work day when I should have been looking at real estate. So I figured I think it's most important to do what you're passionate about, because if you're thinking about it all day regardless, it's inevitable that you're going to be successful as long as you approach it with,
It's a good
some
way to say it.
intelligence and thought,
I agree.
So thanks. Yeah. So I opened this dealership called Ride Shack Inc. It's a new contemporary name because we do things differently. We don't operate necessarily like a typical dealership. Our priorities are customer service, making people feel welcome, making them feel like they're shopping at a place where they want to be. They're not pressured. And then people can make the right decision and feel comfortable and return for business and recommend more.
So you don't come off, and your company doesn't come off as like the sleazy, like
No, absolutely not.
salesman that,
No.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, yeah, that's why we're not called like Mike's Auto Sales.
My question is, yes, you have great customer service, but how do you get somebody on your lot?
Sure. No one just walks in, but we're located in a warehouse, which is in a commercial complex. It's not like you're just driving by.
Oh, so it's
You walk
inside.
in.
All the cars are
Everything
inside.
is indoors.
Oh,
yes,
that's
full
really
indoors.
nice.
And that's the way I want to.
Especially during the winter. Yeah.
That's the way I want to keep it in the future. People can walk around, browse in warmth, look at the cars.
That's nice.
Go under them.
It's a smart way to
It's
approach
very
it.
smart. I think that's how it should be moving forward. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's really attractive to do it on an outside lot because you have a lot of space. But if you
I also think
a
the old
big-ass car-
strategy used to be like, I'm driving down the road. Look at how
Right.
shiny that Mercedes is. So
Yeah, but if you have big ass clear windows and you have a big warehouse, I mean, it's kind of the same
I also
concept.
agree.
Yeah.
Though, like now, if I was in the market for a car now, I don't want to walk through a used lot in the freezing cold and my hands start to hurt. I'd much rather
No.
be in your warehouse.
Everyone goes online anyway, so
Yeah,
that's number one.
100%.
Online presence, competitive pricing, great reputation, good advertising, marketing. That's what it takes.
How would you rate yourself as a negotiator? Like, obviously, you have to be good 'cause you can't be in
Yeah.
this business if you're not good. Have you ever dealt with a customer and you're like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing?
No, it's more like, oh, he's just cheap.
That's a fair point.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, look,
Which one of
everyone
these
wants
do you
the
want?
best deal they can, so I have nothing against that.
Okay, cool.
Great
So
car.
I'm gonna buy this car, right?
Sure.
I'm at your dealership.
Okay.
I'm like, damn, dude, I really like this, but like to be honest with you, it's kind of out of my price range. You're
Okay.
at 12.65.
Sure.
I'm really looking for like 11.5. Can you cut me a deal, man? I'll buy it in cash today.
Sir, I appreciate your offer. That's a great offer. But if you look at the market and you compare our car to everything else out there, we're one of the best prices. Also, you've seen our car. You haven't seen the other vehicles that are out there. And ours has great tires, brand new brake pads, brand new brake rotors. It's been inspected. It's at 100%. So, find me another vehicle that you think is a better deal, and I'll take a look at it, and then I'll see if,
Right.
how much I can warrant.
Yeah, I
helping
know.
you
I
out.
definitely haven't found a better vehicle. It's just on Car
Yeah.
Gurus it says fair deal.
Sure, so it's fair.
Right. I mean, I was just thinking that I can get a little bit off.
Yeah.
Not too much. Like,
Yeah.
Does
Can I- can-
buying
can
in
we- can we
cash
do-
give us any sort of preference? I'm your wife, please.
yeah. We'll get-
Now,
So from what
also-
I can tell, that's pretty competitively priced then, because it's not
yeah.
like you're asking for 15.5. Yeah.
No, at 15.5, I wouldn't get a single call. You can be at a fair deal, but if your car's what everyone wants, this BMW's white. It has sport package. It has 19-inch alloys, which look great. The car's
The
in
amenities, what you
impeccable-
talked about, yeah.
impeccable shape. That's a car that is in demand. People want it. There's no reason for me to price it extremely aggressively. It's gonna sell. I mean, look at the car. It's a one-owner vehicle.
You do really
Has
good with the photos
thorough-
and stuff like
It
that.
looks really clean.
Photo-
Like
it's
clean as
extremely
fuck
clean.
inside.
It's extremely clean. Yeah, it's a one-owner car.
So what's your dream car? We love to have this conversation with people that
Dream
come on.
car. I can't. I really can't answer that. That's like saying.
You don't
That's a
have
dumb
car-
question to me. That's like someone asking me, "Hey, do you like blondes or brunettes?" Like, I don't really care, man. It's just about.
That's
you
not,
know,
that's
it's
not,
just not
okay.
about
All right,
that,
that's,
man.
okay. First of all,
You
that's
know?
fine. But like, you don't have a car that you're like, man, I'd love to wake up and drive that every day.
I do. I have a lot.
Didn't you say you're kind of on a bit of a time crunch today, though? Which
I'm not actually.
okay, you're good.
I was, but she canceled on me, so it
Was
happens.
she blonde or was she
flaked.
brunette?
I don't need to talk about it.
My
We don't need
God.
to talk about it. It's
That's funny.
blonde. That's why I brought the whole topic up in the first place.
Did you ever have like a moment when you started this where you're like, oh, that took one at a loss, or like a mistake buy, or one you just can't seem to sell and you regret?
Yeah, definitely. I bought this one car off this one dude, and he said, "Oh, the car runs great. The engine's only not firing on one cylinder because it needs new plugs and wires." So that, it's not a big deal. The guy seems honest. I'll trust him. And he's like, "I promise that's the thing. I promise that's the situation." I'm like, "Okay, fine. It's only $1,700. I'll just take the risk." And then I bought it. I take it to my mechanic. He's like, "Yeah, the engine's fried." So I was like, "Shit," but luckily I was able to get my money out of it because it was a car that was worth like $4,000 for $1,700. So someone bought it who would just repair it, who wanted to just get a project,
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, you live and you learn. The whole experience has made me a lot more like not necessarily mature, but just like not naive.
Right.
Not
Can
naive.
you
I'm
tell
sure-
when someone's selling you a car that's a piece of shit?
Yeah.
What's the biggest telltale sign for you that they're like lying to your face?
I would love for
That
you to
they're lying?
look at my car and be like, "Oh man, I would never buy this," because I fucking run my car like shit, dude. Like I redline it, I brake
shit.
like a motherfucker. Like,
Well, if
I
it's
drive
under
like an-
warranty, that's one thing. But what year is it?
2019.
Oh, so it's under warranty, so it's fine.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure
still
that
not
like
good for the
if
car,
you
no.
looked at, I'm
Yeah.
sure you'd be like, oh god.
We have like 200 yards to a light, and he's like, all right, I got 175 to gas it, and I got 25 to stomp on the brakes. And he does, it's like just going in his head. I'm like, all right, here we go. And
Hey, you bought it to drive it, right? Not to look
That's
at
true.
it. So more regular.
So
cars,
I shouldn't put my foot to the floor every time.
that's
and
probably bad for any
don't ask questions you're not going to listen to the answer. Just don't.
Running
My,
great.
my first car
Great
is
car.
a funny story now that we're talking about Fords. Drove a Windstar van, like a mom van, like that darkish green.
Yeah.
2002, 245,000 miles
gorgeous.
on it. I was driving with it, and I was a 16-year-old. I had the windows down, thought I was hot shit, playing music really loud in this minivan. And I'm driving with my arm out the window, just vibing. And this guy's like, bro. I'm like, what the fuck does he want? I look in the side mirror because he's on a bike. Can't find him from all the smoke that is coming out of the back of the car. I pull over and I pop the hood. Whatever the coolant was not making it into the engine, and there was a literal fire in the engine. I have no engine
An
smarts.
actual fire?
Like an actual flame
Like a
was in
campfire?
it, and there was like smoke.
Holy
I don't know what was on fire because I have no engine knowledge. It was very small. It went out on its own.
Holy cow.
But I literally called my dad. I was like, hey, Dad, the van's on fire. And he was just like, I knew this was going to happen someday.
the van's on fire.
I love Fords. They last a while, but every now and then they catch on fire.
Well, no, your Ford caught on fire. It doesn't mean
Also,
that.
the one downstairs doesn't because I can't afford to buy another one. But I'll come to you if I need one. All right, so they
Absolutely.
can follow RideCheck on Instagram at RideCheck.
Please follow RideCheck.
You gotta-
If you send a customer our way who buys or sells a car to us, buys from us or sells to us, we will write you a check for $300. If you send me 5 customers per month, you get a bonus. It's gonna be $2,000 for you.
Oh,
That's only for you.
I like this guy.
Not for everybody.
Of all the people we've had on, I think your self promo might be the most successful because we have kids between
you.
16 and 24 who might need a used car.
For sure.
If you think about our audience, because like the other people that came on really don't land.
Yeah,
as
because
much.
your price range is for
what
like
kids are
exactly.
listening to
What
us will be looking
Yes.
for.
Make
I'd say the best
availability.
bet for our followers is RideCheck on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Best
That's
way
the
to
best.
connect,
You can
yeah.
message me anytime.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe on iTunes, YouTube. You can't subscribe on Spotify. Follow the
Can
TN
you?
Podcast. Follow Ilya Fetty. Follow me.
Mm-hmm. What's your
Burny _21.
You gotta get rid of the underscore, bro.
See, so I messaged the guy that has just Burny, and he wouldn't let me buy it. It's an old guy with 30 followers, and I was like, hey, can I have this handle? And he just messaged back, no. And he doesn't post. No, but yeah, so
Thanks for
Burny
tuning in.
_21.
Jesus, you always interrupt me when I'm trying to fucking do the outro.
I wanna say it again. Burny _21. All right.
All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks again, Mike.
Love you guys. Whoa.
Oh, we
that
really
was
love our
weird.
listeners.
All right, peace out.